Hey guys, I got these MREs from Jerry. These things have been frozen for 15 years, alright? They just thawed out last week. So we're gonna see how MREs hold up after 15 years of being frozen. This one here, this spaghetti and meat sauce is a 1996 look. There's no like government property, you know, resales unlawful. There's none of that going on with this. This thing is from 1996. No lock codes on the outside, but trust me, I checked it up. That's a 96. Alright, maybe a 97. We got spaghetti and meat sauce, pork chow mein, tuna and noodles, pork with rice and barbecue sauce, chili and macaroni, omelet with ham. Alright, so let's start with pork with rice. I've heard nothing but good things about this entree. I can't remember personally the last time I've had this thing myself. It's been years. Well, let's see how this one, after being frozen for 15 years, has held up. That feels like Tootsie Rolls. And there, 2 of them. Cocoa beverage powder. Applesauce. Ah, yes. So it's a 1993. Ah, yes. Sugar-free diet soft drink, fruit punch drink mix. Wonderful. And pork with rice and barbecue sauce. Check out the ingredients. 8-ounce pouch. The old school first year flameless ration heaters. They were different back then. I'll show you in a sec. Grape jelly. Crackers. Oh, nice. The Tabasco sauce is in excellent shape, which is a great indicator for knowing the condition of the rest of it and the first year of your normal modern day actually efficient spoon. Alright, let's get this out on a tray. Looking good. Okay, so let's get this pork with rice and barbecue sauce in that flameless ration heater. Hopefully that thing is still operational. You never know. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Heck, it's even like that with new ones. But these old ones were always iffy. So we'll see. I don't want to be eating a cold meal. This is my dinner. Get that down in there. Check this thing out, by the way. These old school heaters were totally different. This one's looking good. A lot of times they'll leak this weird gray, like, looks like dirt, and it smells like pepper, and it's real bizarre. Like, you know, out of that cardboard part. It like bursts over time. This one looks good. You need the food down to the bottom. You can kind of mush it all down there so it's equal with the heater. Otherwise it'll like totally not do it right. These old ones usually took like 2 to 3 times longer just to heat up, from what I remember. When I was a kid, I was 8 years old when I had my first MRE. I didn't even know how to work the heaters. I just ate them cold. Loved them anyway. Get it up to that line. There we go. That should do the trick. Nice. I can hear it kind of bubbling and sizzling. I think it's gonna work, but who knows? I think it'll work. Wow, that's working. We're gonna check out the rest of this. Let's check out that cocoa mix for starters. Yeah, that thing's expanding. Oh yeah, that thing's working like old times. You know, I have this feeling that this is a real sure thing. Oh, wow. This is really working. I wouldn't have thought that thing would work after, you know, 23 years. Looks great. Smells perfect. Can never go wrong with that cocoa. Well, sometimes it'll be spoiled. It'll smell kind of rancid and metallic. That's your sure sign. You're like, your brain will tell you. It's like, oh my gosh, no way, right? And you know, you're desperate. You want your hot cocoa anyway, and you go and take a sip. That thing will coat your throat with a weird kind of rancidity. It'll burn. It's like metallic, burning, sweet, rancid. I can't explain it. It's so bad. The worst feeling in the world. Well, maybe not the worst feeling in the world, but one of them. Alright. Taster's choice is looking good. I always mix that in. If you can, make your mocha. Can never go wrong. Let's add some water to that real quick. Instantly brings out an aroma. That heater's smelling weird. It always does. Means it's doing its thing. Stir this up real quick. Good stuff. Matches redhead. Gum looks perfect. Classic toilet paper, throw that to the side. Creamer looks good. Let's mix it in with this. Bolster up the caloric content of that cocoa. And make it nice and get a run for its money. I love these old wet naps. The smell, I can't find any modern wet naps. Anybody know where to find these things? I mean, they literally are my favorite hand cleaner out there. And read the little thing. Here's your wet nap, a napkin-sized towelette saturated with a cleaning lotion. Wet nap cleans and refreshes hands and face without soap or water. Self-dries in seconds, leaves skin soft and smooth. Tear open packet, unfold wet nap, and use. It's like, oh, I wouldn't have been able to figure that out without those directions. That was incredibly helpful. I mean, I don't know what I'd do with myself otherwise. I really don't. Salt, take that to the side. Don't need that. These things are salty enough as it is. I think I have like 1,000 iodized salt packs. Except you did see me put on that pork patty in the other review. It's like, what was that all about? The grape jelly and the crackers. Let's check this out real quick. Perfect taste. And they smell perfect. They smell like a 2014 date of production. Smell excellent. How's that for the sugar-free drink? Which I'm not looking forward to, but hey, gotta try it out anyway. Check out this grape jelly. Look at that. Looking super fresh. Usually this stuff gets dark over time, you know? That's looking really good. Jerry, I think your experiment here of freezing these things for 15 years just literally preserved it. I'm thinking I am right now having one of the freshest vintage MREs on the planet. Because that jelly, that Tabasco, I mean, like, let's just put all the jelly on this one, you know? Can't go wrong. Yeah, there we go. Big old gloop of jelly. Yeah, gloop, is that a word? I don't know, it is now. Yeah, there we go. I mean, the stuff tastes perfect. Has that nice, fresh grape jelly flavor. Oh yeah, perfect. It's in perfect shape. It has that nice malted barley flavor. Didn't lose any of its flavor or anything over time. Which is always fun, because these crackers, you know, sometimes they can get weird and bleachy or lightly rancid. Ranges from just relatively stale all the way up to just straight up horrifying. I mean, it can turn into really one of the worst spoiled items of an MRE when it's really spoiled. So that was a nice change up. Check out applesauce. Let's see if it's dark or if it's light. If this after 23 years is still a light color, that's going to be the #1 proving factor of this thing holding up. But we'll see. Because this thing literally is 23 years old. 64th day of 1993. Oh my gosh, look at that. How after 23 years? I don't even believe it. It looks like it was made just like a couple years ago at the most. That didn't get dark at all. So this experiment is incredible. This is far past my expectations on how long this thing held up being frozen for 15 years. Jerry, you're brilliant. I don't know how this is. Look at that. Perfect. Perfectly sweet. Didn't lose any flavor. No off flavors. Tastes like perfectly normal and delicious applesauce. Huh. Well, this thing's crazy. It's like a frozen in time, like Austin Powers when he was in a cryogenically frozen state. Or like Han Solo in that weird thing where he has that face. Man, what was that all about anyway? I felt badly for him, just based off the way he looked. It was like, looked like he had to go to the bathroom. This thing is nice and warm. The heater works perfectly. I don't even understand this. This is insane. Here, let's do another bite of this applesauce. Oh yeah. Let's try out that Army Mocha. You know the way I like to do it. No off flavors. Tastes perfectly fresh. It's always the way I like to do it. Never change a good thing. Let's try out these, what I presume are Tootsie Rolls, and they are. That's cool. So how did Tootsie Rolls hold up frozen after 15 years? They look perfect too. I mean, Tootsie Rolls kind of last forever. You go into an office building and they're like sitting in a little candy jar. You know darn well those things have been sitting in there for an entire season. And they get a little hard. But you know, this one here, look at that. That's insane. Want to see the test? Look at that thing. Perfectly fresh Tootsie Roll. Seriously. Dude, this thing's 23 years old? No way. Okay, let's check out that pork with rice and barbecue sauce. Feels like it's heated up enough here. See, I think this freezing it for 15 years is the right thing to do. This is incredible. I mean, it preserved everything, including the famous ration heater, which barely ever works after several years. Look how weird that looks, that stuff that gets on there. Ugh. Let's wash off that pouch real quick. This thing was made the 309th day of 1992. Let's check it out. Going on 24 years old. Smells perfect. Oh man. Oh yeah. Doesn't look like a whole lot, but let's get it out on the tray. Check this thing out. It's nice and warm. It's not piping hot or anything. Those old FRHs weren't always 100% at any point. I don't think I ever had a meal get 100% piping hot in one, but yeah, look at that. Actually looks pretty good. Nice. Get a nice piece of pork in there. Oh yeah, let's go for a big bite. Now here's a look at the pork. Oh my gosh. Well, I can say this, it doesn't need any salt or Tabasco to enhance its flavor. This is absolutely delicious. This is like a nice pork barbecue. Slightly sweet. The pork is tender. It's a perfect MRE. Why did they ever remove this is beyond me. It should still be on the menu list. I guess chowing down day in and day out, it got old. But I haven't had this thing in like over 10 years. What a treat. This thing is 23 years old. It was frozen for 15 years, and it's perfectly preserved. Pork with rice was a hell of a good entree. Kind of a shame they don't have it anymore. I guess the barbecue flavor is like a little cheap, but it's like maybe an artificial smoky flavor, but that doesn't matter. This is really good. I'm gonna eat this entire thing. Goes great with applesauce. Those crackers were in perfect shape. We're gonna check out this sugar-free drink last. I'm not big on aspartame, but we'll try it anyway. Fantastic. Can't go wrong. Yeah, pork with rice and barbecue sauce. Good enough to eat the whole thing. Can't go wrong. Let's try out that sugar-free diet soft drink mixed fruit punch. I don't know why they made these things. Why not just have something with a little extra sugar? I guess they're allocating their caloric content to other parts of the ration. They still wanted to give you a little vitamin C and something fruity. Ooh, it smells like fruit punch, but it's like real strong. The third ingredient's aspartame. It's like eaten an equal packet with a bunch of unnatural, artificial, weird flavors. Super gnarly. Definitely the most unhealthy part of the whole bit. Look at that. Alright. Not bad. Super strong flavor. It's real sweet. Very artificial flavored. Alright, so this was a 1993 menu number 1. Pork with rice and barbecue sauce. Probably one of the best MREs I've ever had in my life. Frozen for 15 years. This experiment was a 100% success on its freshness. And I am extremely excited to try out these other 5 that came from the same source. Thanks so much, Jerry, for providing it. Thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned for those. I'm going to be releasing them one by one. I'm going to be living off these things for the next 2 days. It's pretty much what I do with rations anyway. But at least now I know it's going to be fresh. It's like stepping back in time. Thanks so much, guys. Oh, let's try out that gum. Save the wet nap for later. Tabasco sauce, I'm going to save that too. Not bad. This is Steve1989 off MREinfo.com. Hope you guys liked the review. I'll be coming back at you with another one of these MREs and some other things to keep it changed up. Alright, cool. See ya.